Hello friend, this is Sanjay Kumar, founder of SelectorsHub. This is going to be very detailed tutorial about all the features of TestCase Studio. Request you please don't skip anything and watch till end so that you get all the innovation, all the features in detail and you can make the best use of them to save your time. This will be very helpful for all the testers, developers, manual tester, automation tester, product manager and for everyone. And request you, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming updates. Thank you. So the very first question is, what is TestCase Studio? TestCase Studio is a free browser plugin which will help you to record all the user actions which you perform on a web application in plain English sentences with lots of huge time saver features. Like you will be getting the screenshots, XPath, CSS selectors, data, and lot more things. Then the first question comes like, how can we install it and from where we can get it? So you just have to simply go to selectorshub.com website, and here you will see the test case studio tab. Click on this. Here it will be available for all the browsers. So for whichever browser you want to install, you can install. Let's say you want for Chrome, so click on Chrome. It must be already installed on my browser, so let me just uninstall it and show you this again, how to install it. So like when you will open this, by default there will be add to Chrome button. Click on this. This will ask add extension. Click on add extension and it is getting added here. And now TestCase Studio got added. After adding it in your browser, you will not see the TestCase Studio logo by default here. That's the SelectorsHub logo. So here by default, you will not find the TestCase Studio logo. So what you have to do, click on this default extension logo and pin it to toolbar. Now you see that here it is added. Great. After adding it to your browser, it is recommended that you restart your browser or open the website into the new tab. Let's say you want to test something on google.com, so open that into the new tab. Great. So now we know that what is TestCase Studio. It's a free browser plugin and it supports all the browsers. You can record your manual action into plain English sentences along with lots of features like you can record the screenshot, XPath, selectors, etc. Great. So if you want to read more about TestCase Studio, you can just I mean, in text you want to read, you can go through this and how to use and all those steps, simple steps and features. Everything is mentioned here. Lots of FAQs are also mentioned here so that you can refer if you want at any point of time. And here you can see the change log, playlist, lots of like if you want to support so that you can do it here. Good. Now, how can we use it? How to use the TestCase Studio and how to start it and how it will record your test cases automatically. Let's see that part. So here, just open the website where you want to test something. And before starting your testing, what you are supposed to do, you just have to click on this logo of TestCase Studio. That's all you have to do. You need not to do anything else. Everything will be automatically recorded and documented for you. Let's see the magic now. Click on this logo. By default, it will open like this. Here you will see that. So it is actually at certain zoom level. Let me make it default. So this is how it will open this TestCase Studio. And here you will see that certain instructions are here, which you can read. And this is how the UI will open. Okay, cool. So that's all we were supposed to do. Like let me show it again. What you are supposed to do. Before starting, let's say we have to test the Google search functionality. So what we are supposed to do, you just have to click on this logo, that's all. And this is ready. Okay, let's start our testing. Suppose we want to search for something, let's say selectors, how we are searching. Then we press enter. Then let's say we have a little bit scrolled here. Click on this link. Then suppose we right click on this test case studio. Then we click on the bootcamp. Bootcamps are the, like, you can always check it here. I used to keep organizing the bootcamps workshop, so you can check this tab here and you will get to know upcoming events, so you can register and learn. Then suppose we clicked on the let's say change log. Then we click on quiz. You guys can take this quiz as well, it will be really helpful. Then we click on practice page. Then we click on certification. Then we suppose we click on courses. Check out these courses, guys, this will be very helpful for you. Okay, so lots of like we have done lots of like actions we have performed. And let's say if we click on this practice page, final one, if I enter some value here, let's say I enter any email ID. Then suppose I'm clicking here and it's not entering the, letting me enter the value here or here in this box. Both are the disabled input box. Great. So we have performed so many steps and we found that these both are both the input box are disabled. So we want to report this as a bug to our developer, that there are like these input box are not enabled and they are not kind of like working. So this will be like very painful for the users of this website, so this is not correct. So for this region we want to report this as a bug. Now no one would be able to remember all these steps which we have followed so far. So for that region we need the steps. So in general we would be writing those steps, but here as we have the test case studio, so we will get those steps automatically to reproduce the bug. We need not to write those steps manually. So either you can click on this test case studio logo again to get that window upfront, or you just like command tab, whatever you do in your I mean if you are on Mac you can press command and then this tilt button or command tab, something like that, depending on your operating system of the laptop. Cool. So here we have this. Now you see that each and every step is recorded here. Like first we open the website google.com, then we enter SelectorsHub into the search box, then we press enter, then we scroll little bit to get that link of SelectorsHub website, then we right click on test case studio, then we click on bootcamp, then we click on change log, then we click on quiz, practice page, courses, practice page. So you see that then we entered inside that those user field and password field. So by default we entered the user and that other stuff, then we remove that, then we entered the SelectorsHub one. So you see that each and every field actions has been recorded here. Now you have this test case, so you can copy this test case, all these steps simply, and paste it to your developer, that these are the steps to reproduce that issue. So this problem is solved. Now you need not to write those steps. Suppose you want to document this in your Jira or GitHub or whatever test management tool or bug management tool you are using. For that you can just simply download this test case. So test case is downloaded, this XLS is there. Now you see that for every step there is a screenshot. Like you see that every step, for every step you have this screenshot here. And now this is so helpful, because trust me, like if you will be manually reporting this bug that these fields are disabled, I'm sure like you will agree that you are also doing like this. You take this screenshot, you highlight the field here, and then you report it to your developer, isn't it? I'm sure like you will agree that yes, we do this way, or we upload this screenshot in our system. But why to waste this much time to do all this? You can simply get all these steps from the test case studio. Like you see that here you have all those steps, and you can just simply report them. And you have, at last you will be having this, you see that the field is also highlighted, and like it is telling you that click on first enter name, and the field is highlighted. Every field will be highlighted, and the screenshot names are there. Like you, when you will be moving left and right, you can see that what step is this, and what is this screen in this screenshot, where is that field. So you see it is going to be very helpful. Good. Now you see that when you will click on download test case, it will also download the screenshot here. You can unzip and open that, and you see that every screenshot having the name. So this is also very innovative idea, and it is very helpful for you, that you will not have to like rename the screenshot, or when you will be uploading it to the browse like bug management tool, or when you will be sharing it with your developer. That time it is like he will be very obvious, he will be knowing that okay, in this screenshot what you were doing, this was the 18th step, click on first name you were trying, and this is where it is highlighted. While if you take this screenshot manually, generally like when you take a screenshot, this comes in this format, isn't it? Like the name of the screenshot will be this, and now tomorrow when you will be referring this in your system, or if you share this screenshot with your developer, both of you will not be able to understand what this screenshot was. So that mess is not going to happen with test case studio. It is going to resolve that. You will be getting, basically this is a screenshot test case, you can say that, where you get all the screenshot for your test case in the form of test case, because these are the basically steps which are in form of screenshots. You can use in multiple ways, like you can upload, share, or whatever you want. Test case studio is going to solve this problem as well, that like if any issue comes in production, generally we used to blame each other, like developer used to blame tester that this is miss from tester side, testers used to uh, blame developer that this is a miss from the developer side. So that is going to be reduced, because at any point of time you will be having this proof. Because in general, like when we do the testing, we don't document things. I'm sure like you will agree on this point that we don't document. But now we have the test case studio, like until unless it is not like very much asked from the management side that no, you will have to document all the test cases, whatever you are performing, whatever functionality testing you are doing, you will have to document that. Otherwise, like we generally do sanity, lots of feature testing, lots of functionality testing, and we never document that. We just think that okay, we have tested everything and this is fine, and we deployed it to the production. If anything breaks in production, when we start blaming, I mean that's the like, it happens in reality. I'm talking about the reality, that yes, it happened that. And if anything breaks in production, then we realize, oh, we don't have documented this. And whenever manager asks that have you tested this functionality, most of the time we say yes, but actually in somewhere in our mind it used to keep running that have I really tested this feature, I guess I missed it. But we have to say yes to manager that yes, we have tested, but we don't have any proof. So this will help us to have the proof of everything what we are doing, what we are testing. So this will help us to improve our productivity, documentation, and the better testing you can do, better development you can do. Because this will be also helpful for the developer, that suppose, because in general what happens whenever developer handle a feature to tester, they always have to explain at least once that this is the functionality, this is how you will be testing. Like first you will be doing this step, that step, and then you will be this is how you need to test. So he also have to explain this always to a tester at least once. But now they can do, what the developer can do, that they can just simply start test case studio before they start their basic round of functional testing. Because whenever developer give a build to tester, they always test their functionality at least once. They will never like give this functionality of this page or like Google search anything. before testing by themselves. So what they can do when they are going to test their functionality, they can just simply start TestCase Studio from here. Then they do the testing, and simply they can download this test case and share it with the like tester, that these are the steps which you have to follow to test this functionality. And now it's up to you. You use your creativity to find more bugs in this code and in this feature. So this is going to helpful, very helpful for developers and testers. And now how it is going to helpful for the product manager. So in general, like whenever product managers gives the thumbs up, at least they do one round of sanity testing. So they can also just start this test case studio, they can do their sanity testing, and then they can say, give the thumbs up that yes, it is working. And whenever if anything happens in production, they will not also blame anyone that okay, this was a miss from here and there, wherever. So they will be having the proof. Like for an example, suppose we have the flipkart.com, and we want to test a functionality of like buying a product from Flipkart, like simple flow, if that is working or not. So let me start the test case studio here. And suppose we search for iPhone 13, then we click on Apple iPhone 13, then we suppose click on buy now, then we click on deliver here. So a couple of steps we have performed here. Okay, now you see that now it here it has like all the steps recorded, that open website, enter this, press enter, then we click on buy now, then we click on delivery here, and all those screenshots are here. So this is going to be like very helpful, that you have the all the information, and like as a product manager I have all the steps along with the screenshot. I can simply download this, and if anything in future required, that what have you done this, like because of course if anything breaks in the production, it the question comes to first to the product manager, then the like developer tester, it goes one by one level down. So they all have the documentation. They can and you see that nothing extra anybody is doing, just a single click, that's all. Nothing else. No one is doing anything extra, they are just clicking simply on this logo, and that's all. And after that it used to start working automatically in the background for you. So this way it will be very helpful for you to document everything, to get the steps to reproduce the bug. Now what all other features are there in test case studio, and how it can help you more? Suppose you want to add some steps in between, like after clicking on buy now, we want to add a wait time, because before downloading it, this test case, I want to make sure that like this test case works every time, or some expected result or something like that, that I want everything to be here. So you see that you can add a step here. Suppose after buy now we want to add for wait for 5 seconds. So yes, we can add wait for 5 seconds. So if someone will be writing the automation, converting this manual test case in automation, so they can refer these and they can follow those instructions. So basically, like before downloading the test case in your system, you can edit this test case and make it according to you. Like suppose we have added wait. Suppose you want to edit something, like press enter key. Let's say you just want to have that press enter, something like that. I'm just giving that example, that each and every field you can edit here. Like here click on buy now. Suppose sometimes you don't get this actual name of the label, and you want to edit that, so that you can add it here. Like click on deliver here. So if you feel that you want to edit something, you can do that. You see that here you will have the data. Suppose if you want to add expected result, like after clicking on, after entering iPhone, what you are expecting, after pressing enter, what you are expecting here, you are expecting that that button should appear. So that expected result you can add here. So it will be helpful that way as well. Like you can add the expected result, any expected result you want to add, like title should be present, assert, verify, those statement you can add, and then you can download the test case. Another great thing, you have the XPath and cssSelector as well for each and every step. So suppose if you are writing the automation script, so you see that manual test case, you got it. if you are a manual if you are doing the like functionality testing and you want these steps and generally we call it as a manual testing. So if you want steps for that or test case for that, so you have that. Now you want to write the automation script. So for automation script, generally what we require most of the time from the browser, selectors. So you have the XPath and CSS selector, and these XPath and CSS selectors are highly optimized and very much robust, of course, because they have used the selectors of algorithm in the background. So they are very robust, unique, and absolutely good selectors which you can rely on. So you can use them. You can simply copy these selectors, go back to your editor, and you can paste them here. Another good part, you see that here we got the XPath, but still we have to add that command like driver.find element, or if you are using a page object model, then you generally write add find by. If you are using Cypress, then you will be writing cy.get. So suppose that you will have to here add these things, right, for each and every command. Can we get that directly from the test case studio, this command, so that like we will not have to we will not have to type this command again and again like this because here we will have to type this command multiple times. So can we get this command? Yes. So what you can do here, there's a set driver command. You just have to turn on this, and you see that this command will be there and it will be appended to all the with all the commands. And now you see the magic. You just simply click on copy all and go back to your editor, and you see that here we need not to type anything. Now you got all the commands ready. Simply you can add, click, or let's say you want to send some data, then you can enter send keys. So this is how you can get the manual test case, as well as automation script is also almost ready. And the good part of you will always find in my solution that they try to solve the actual real-time problem, which will help you to save time and doesn't require the extra effort. It will be saving time for each and every step. So it will be like saving time for some of your steps which you are performing, which you are doing while automation testing or manual testing. Now suppose you are writing in Cypress. So your command could be like cy.get, and then inside XPath CSS selector value, right? So you can write cy.get and hit enter. You will be getting this Cypress command like cy.get. So this command is not fixed. You can change this command to anything, and just what you have to do, wherever you have written XPath in your command, replace that with XPath value keyword. Like suppose your command is at find by something something like this, then you just have to replace that XPath with XPath value keyword and hit enter. You see that you are getting this one. So this way it will help you to get all kinds of automation script command as well. If you don't want this, you can just turn off, and now it will be having normal selectors. Isn't it great? And you will be seeing that every column will be having, whichever possible, it will be having the copy icon, so you can copy those values. Great. Now coming to this screenshot column. So you see that it is taking the screenshot for each step. At any point of time, suppose you don't want to take the screenshot, like we are on this page and now we don't want to take the screenshot of this page. So what you can do, you can turn off this. Now if you will be performing any action here, like let's say we click on this logo here, so it should not be taking the screenshot. You see that it didn't take the screenshot here. But again you want to take the screenshot, then you can turn on this. Now if you suppose click anywhere, it will take the screenshot. So it has taken the screenshot. So wherever you want to take the screenshot, you can turn on that screenshot feature, and wherever you doesn't require the screenshot, you can keep it off. So sometimes it is really good, like suppose you are doing a testing and you don't require the screenshot from the beginning, you just want a screenshot at certain point of time. That's where you can turn it on, and then you can perform those steps. It will take those screenshots. So that way, like, you will not be having, like, let's say 10-15 screenshot or 50 screenshot. You just need 2-3 screenshot. You can turn on this at that point of time. So this will be very helpful for you to get those screenshot at that particular stage. Okay, so I have explained this, like all these features, like this is steps, this is data, this is expected result, XPath, cssSelector, screenshot. Here are the actions columns, so you can like add, delete steps. Cool. Now there are more great features. We have also seen this set driver command feature. Cool. What all other great features of TestCase Studio? So you see here, we are seeing this steps column, data column, expected result, XPath, cssSelector, screenshot. There could be situation that many people might not require cssSelector. They just want to work with XPath. So in that case, what you can do, you can manage the column, you can manage the UI as well. So here is a click to add and remove columns. Click on this, and suppose you don't want to see the cssSelector, you can hide this, uncheck this, and now you see that cssSelector is not there. So this is helpful, like whatever you need, that you can keep in the UI. And now in fact, if you will download the test case, that will not be having the cssSelector column. So that is also helpful. Like suppose we have downloaded this and we open this Excel sheet, so you will see that that will not be having the uh, cssSelector column. So whatever you will be having in the UI, whatever columns you will be having in the UI, that it will download in your XLS sheet, XLS as well, whatever you will be downloading. Okay, let me show you if it is opened. Okay, it's taking some time as usual. Yeah, so you see here it steps, data, expected result, and XPath. cssSelector will not be coming here in this sheet. So that way it will be helpful. Okay, now suppose any column, like let's say you don't need expected result column, you can hide this. You don't need data, let's say you can hide this. But whatever you require, that you can keep it here. That way it is really helpful. Suppose you don't want this screenshot column here, you can uncheck this, it will not be there. If you need that, you can check this here. So generally, yes, of course, this is screenshot feature is really good, great. So everybody need that, but yeah, still we have this feature here. Great. And when once you are done, you can hide this customize column, so you can hide this. Now suppose at any point of time, suppose you don't want to, like you are entering some payment details or something like that, and you don't want to like record those details. Those TestCase Studio is absolutely safe and secure. It runs in your local, so never worry about this thing that TestCase Studio might be saving your data somewhere or stealing your like whatever information you are entering there. No, not at all. You see that it runs offline. It clearly says on the Chrome store. So even if you disconnect your internet and if you're using it in your local, then also it will be working. So it doesn't have any like a backend server or something like that, so it will not be saving any of your data, so do not worry about that. So here suppose, but yeah, we have this feature that at any point of time, suppose you don't want to record some of the steps, so what you can do, you can pause this recording. So we have paused this recording. Now if we will be performing some actions, like we click on this TV and appliances, we click on clothing, so you will see that these steps will not be recorded here. You see that clothing and appliances click is not recorded, but again we want to start, again we want to resume our recording, so you can click back here on this button, click to start recording. Now recording is on. Suppose we click on, let's say, t-shirts. I hope I will. And then let's say we click on sports shoes, so here it will record this, like you see that click on t-shirts, click on sports shoes. So basically whenever you want to pause or resume recording, you can do that. But remember, TestCase Studio is not the plugin where you can execute your test case, like some other plugin you must have seen, some recorder plugin where you can record the script and you can execute that. No, test case studio is absolutely different from them. The region, because this is also a recorder plugin, so most of the time people think that, oh, this is a similar to that Selenium IDE or some other recorder plugin which you might have heard in the past. This is absolutely different. This has solved different kind of problem, just that it is a recorder plugin, so we think that. So please do not think that way, that this is similar to that other plugin. But yes, this is a recorder plugin in some other ways, like it converts your user accent into plain English sentences with lots of great features which actually solve your real-time problem which you are facing, where you are wasting time in your real-time work. Great. So this is the record, and like you can pause and resume your recording. Cool. What is this filter thing here? So suppose you see that it is here you will see that it is generating the test XPath with text, with placeholder. Somewhere it might be like class. So sometimes you don't want to record these like uh, XPath with particular attribute, like you don't want with class, you don't want with text, you don't want with ID. So in that case, what you can do before starting your recording, you can uncheck these. Like you click on this attribute filter button here, and you can uncheck these checkbox. Like let's say you don't want XPath with text, you don't want XPath with ID, you don't want with class. So you can keep them unchecked, and now whatever step you will be recording, those will be getting recorded without these attributes. So this will be helpful, because sometimes what happened, like in some of the application, there could be a chance that ID is dynamic, class is dynamic, so you don't want to record the XPath or cssSelector, you don't want to generate them with these attributes. So in that case, it will not generate with these attributes, and it will try something else. So that's where it will be very helpful. So yeah, we have this option. Great. Then suppose we have done with our first test case, and we want to download this test case. So you can simply download this test case, and you, if you want to like start recording from fresh, like your first test case is done, now you want to start the you want to download sorry, you want to start the second test case. So what you can do here, you can also set the name here. I'm just showing you. You can set the name here, like first name. Another feature here, like by default when you will download this test case, suppose you haven't set anything, it will download with the website name on which you are doing the testing, the very first step. And so that it will pick up the domain name from there, followed by the timestamp. So you see that in your download folder, you will be like, it will be very helpful for you to understand that for which website you are doing this testing, and at what time you have downloaded this test case, what time you have done this. So this is has been like each and everything, whatever you will see what test case studio does, it is very helpful and very innovative. It will be saving your time some or other way. Like not today, if you have downloaded this test case and tomorrow you forget that like when I have, what time I have done this testing, so you can quickly recall that, oh, I did this on 25th of March, around 2 o'clock in the night. So you will be getting that each and everything from here itself. So this is also helpful. And on Flipkart, I did this. So this will help you. Okay, so that was the name part. But suppose if you don't want to download with this default name, you can set the name before downloading the test case here on the top. So suppose we want to, like this is our first test case. So first demo, let's say, and now you can download this test case. Okay, so we have downloaded this. Now suppose you want to like we want to start our second test case. So there are two ways. One is like you can click on this delete all button, clear all recorded steps. So this will be like fresh. So you can click on this, or you can just simply close this test case studio from here, and again this test case studio, click on the logo again to start it fresh, to record the fresh test case or the new test case. So both the things are same, like either you click on this Now it is almost clear. And suppose you want to start the testing, so you can start your testing from here. Like we click here and there, whatever you want, you can do that, and it will be the second test case. And you can simply save this second demo, and you can save it. So this way you can record your multiple test cases. And that's the use of this delete all button, because in place of like deleting one by one, we have the delete all button, so clear all these tabs. So yeah, so we have seen almost all the features of TestCase Studio so far, which will help you to in multiple ways to document your test case, to raise the bug in your bug management tool. You can also copy the simple steps. All these steps you can just share with your developer to reproduce the bugs, or you can simply download this like a screenshot folder and share that screenshot folder with your developer, because that screenshot folder itself having the name of the files. So I mean every screenshot having the name of basically every screenshot is the step, having this step in the text format in the name. So that way also developer would be able to understand, okay, what he tester is trying to say, or what how they can reproduce the bug. So yeah, that they are all the features. Now coming back to the few more things, what if like you get any bug in the tool itself, like test case studio, and you want to report that, or you want to like let's say you want to add suggest any new feature. So how you can do that, there's a issue button here in the footer. Click on this, it will take you to the bug management tool here, Bagasura. So where you can report that. So anytime if you require any new feature, any feature suggestion, so you can report it here, and you will see that close all updates, you will see it here. So this will be helpful for you. Then like what new feature came in test case studio, how you will get to know that what all new features are there. So you can always see the version number here in the footer. Like this is currently this video I'm making with this 1.2.3 version. So you can click on this, and it will take you to the change log page, and you can always read and see the change log, what has come in which version, like whatever version you are using, what changes were there, what I have done. So that you can always see here the updates. Then I would request you, please add the review. Do not forget to add the review, and don't forget to like this video. Please like this video, and do not stop here now. Still need to show a lot more features and a lot more things which will help you a lot in while you will be doing the testing. So please be here. So here I would request you, please add the review and rating. This will definitely this really inspire me every time whenever I read your reviews and whenever I see your feedback. This really inspire me a lot to work hard and work more hard for you guys. So please add the review, this will be really helpful. Many times we used to forget to add the review. You can see that last review was in like almost like 1 year back. So please request you that please guys add the review here. Okay, so that was the review part. And request you, please donate and support if you feel that this is helping in your job and saving time. So please donate and support. You can be a patron if you required any kind of help. So you can feel free to connect with me here on the Slack channel. So this help button is there in the footer. You can always check out the detailed tutorial. Like right now this is the detailed tutorial. You will always find the, if like new version comes, new feature comes, you will always find the detailed tutorial attached here in the footer. Then I would highly recommend you guys that take this certification from SelectorsHub website. This is absolutely free, so you can take this certification. I would highly recommend you. You will learn a lot of things, really good things about SelectorsHub and TestCase Studio. So please take this certification from SelectorsHub website about the TestCase Studio as well as the SelectorsHub. Then you will always find any workshop or something I will be arranging for you guys. So you will always find the registration link here and my advanced courses here. That like if any like if you want to learn in very detailed deep things like XPath, css Selector, so you can always check out this course here. This is really helpful, and This is one of the highest rated course out there in the Udemy about XPath, cssSelector, Web, DOM, SelectorsHub, TestCase Studio, Shadow DOM, iframe, SVG, everything in very detail. So check out this one, guys. Okay, cool. Great. Now you see that, let me show you guys some more things here. So we have seen lot many features all about this, like converting the actions performed on the web application into plain English sentence, which can be used as English test case, steps to reproduce the bug, automatically generate a screenshot for each steps, auto-generated test data, XPath for each step, CSS selector for each step, feature to add new steps, feature to delete unwanted steps, feature to copy all steps, then feature to pause and resume recording, option to turn off screenshot capturing, option to generate XPath and CSS selector with desired attribute, feature to delete all steps in one go. Then we have the feature to option to customize, add and remove the column, feature to generate XPath CSS selector with command, option to set the name before downloading it, export and save it all step in Excel file. By default, it will save file name as website name plus timestamp. So these all were the feature of TestCase Studio we have seen so far. Now let me tell you, let me show you some of really good things here. Like you see that it will record the scroll and like scroll, it will record. In fact, like if I will refresh any page, that refresh also it will record. You see that it has recorded refresh as well. When it will record the scroll, so how you will get to know that from where you have started scroll and where you have landed? So let me do one thing, close all these because too many things are open and confusion is happening here. Okay, so I have like now let me start from the fresh. So let's say we have opened any website, go selectorshub.com, and we started TestCase Studio. Cool. And suppose we click on TestCase Studio and we scroll down, and we have reached to till bottom here. Now open here. So how we will get to know like from where we started this scroll, okay, and where we landed. Like suppose if I click on this and then suppose we here there are like lots of button are here. If I click on this, so you see that from wherever you will be starting this scroll, it will be taking the screenshot from there, like from the top, and the next it will take the screenshot, it should take the screenshot where wherever you will stop. So let me do one more thing. I will just scroll down this one, and let's suppose if I click on this button here, so it should take that after a scroll it will take the another screenshot, and you will get to know that okay where it has stopped. So this way you will get this scroll recording as well as the refresh. Like if you will refresh any page, that's where you will see the refresh. Like if I refresh this page, it will also record that refresh step. Earlier there was challenge, like it was not able to record the scroll and refresh, so that those steps will also be recorded here. Okay. And yes, so some people asked me this question earlier, that how can we zoom in these screenshot. So yes, to see these screenshot you just click on this, and then you can press the arrow key left and right, or you can just click on this right button here. So from the keyboard as well you can do left right whatever you want, and you would be able to see all these screenshot. Here you have the button to close this one, so this way you can close it. Yeah, so these were like lots of great feature. Then okay, then let me show you something. uh, Suppose you want to use the test case studio in incognito mode. How you can use that in incognito mode? So actually this is the solution what I'm going to tell you, that will be that is like for all the extension, not just for TestCase Studio. So this settings you need to require to do in your browser for that particular plugin which you want to use in incognito mode. So what you do, right click on uh, TestCase Studio logo here, click on manage extension, then it will land you on the take you on this TestCase Studio page here. And you just like here you it will be on the top, you just scroll down, you see that here it is asking you to allow in incognito, so you can turn on this toggle. Now if you will open the incognito mode, you will see the TestCase Studio logo here. Like let me first turn off this. You see that it is not there in incognito mode, TestCase Studio. But as soon as you will turn on this, that will appear here. So now you can use TestCase Studio in incognito mode as well. So this way it will be helpful, like you can use in incognito mode as well. If you want to use TestCase Studio for local files, like sometimes we have the HTML files for on which we are doing the local testing and we want to test, like we want to use TestCase Studio, how can we use that? So allow access to file URLs. So you can provide this access, and now simply open your HTML file in your browser and you would be able to use it. Okay, so this is how you can use the TestCase Studio in incognito mode as well. Now, where all you should not use these extensions, either it's SelectorsHub or TestCase Studio. So very first thing, like default blank tab. Many times we feel that as soon as we open this new tab, we feel that this is google.com, but actually this is a blank tab, default tab of browser. So please don't use it on this. Always open google.com, or some URL should be there like flipkart.com or whatever it is. So there should be a web application opened here. Then default browser tabs like chrome colon double forward slash version. So also like in this kind of tab like chrome colon double forward slash, so these are the basically tabs of chrome, default chrome. They are not the web application, your web application, right? So please don't use the extension on these tabs as well. And then browser stores from where we have installed the extension. So also like sometimes what happen, as soon as you install the plugin from the browser stores, like TestCase Studio have installed from here, immediately we start trying to use it here itself. Like you have turned on this and you try to click here and there and you think that why it is not recording or why it is behaving like this and that. So this is not like Chrome doesn't allow extensions to inject their script and work on these browser stores. So avoid that, don't use it, doesn't require for you as well. So this way these are some places where you are not supposed to use extension. And how safe these extensions are, they are absolutely safe and secure. You need not to worry about that. Like I have already showed you that they run offline in the offline mode as well, so they doesn't save any of your user data like in the cloud, that what you are doing, what like which website and all. So no, it's absolutely safe and secure. Certification, I have already showed you that and requested you guys that please just go to the selectors of website under certification tab. You will see that there's both the certificates are available. These are absolutely free, you just have to take this quiz. And also you can, if you want to test your skills, selectors skill, hardly there are like 5 6 very very tricky question. I challenge you guys that take this quiz, and if you will score 75%, you will get the certificate. But I challenge you guys to solve this question in this quiz by your own. It will be like really good. And with that, I guess I have covered pretty much about TestCase Studio so far, whatever available. And yes, of course, there will be like lot many feature will keep coming in future. Lot many things will I will keep on adding in TestCase Studio. You will get the frequent updates and everything. And if you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on Slack channel. You can also join our Telegram group. Again, I would request you, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any upcoming updates. And my huge like humble request that please share TestCase Studio with your colleague, friends and team. Let everyone know about this solution, and this will help them a lot. If you want to present in your company, if you want to give demo, if you want to write blogs, feel free to do that. If you need any help from me to do so, like if you need a document, if you need PPT or anything like that, I'm more than happy to help you, to give you so that you can present anywhere in the company, like conferences, webinar, or whatever you want to do. One last thing I wanted to also tell you, highlight this, that when you will record like more than 50 steps, so as soon as you reach here till 50 steps, then you will see one alert. It will show you one alert that you have recorded 50 steps, because of course, like when you will be having these screenshot, they will be having some like they will be using some space. Though I have compressed them a lot, you will see that they will be like little bit blur. You will not see that very high quality HD images, of course, because they will be taking more space in your system as well as on the TestCase Studio window. So for that reason, I have compressed them almost 75%. So they are in very small size, so they will also not cause a performance issue. And if you will be downloading more folders in your system from TestCase Studio, so that way it will help you to save some memory, a lot of memory space as well. So when you will reach, like you will record 50 steps, suppose, so that time it will show you this alert once that you have recorded 50 steps. You may want to turn off the screenshot taking a screenshot feature, that toggle, or if you want to continue, you can continue. There is no limit, guys, that you can just record 50 steps or 100 steps. There is no limit, you can keep on recording. But yes, when a screenshot will be more, there will be performance issue. So in general, like we don't record more steps, like generally 20-30 steps are maximum for one test case. If you are like if your test case has more than that, then of course I would recommend, and it is recommended, that you should split that test case, because having 100 steps in one test case doesn't make sense. So yeah, so that's the like one feature which it will help you, like give you alert, guys, that oh guys, you are keep on recording so many things. So that way it will be helpful for you. Yeah, so I guess that's the pretty much I have covered. If you have any question, any doubt, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment box, any feature suggestion, and what you feel about TestCase Studio, how you are using it in your company, how you are using in your day-to-day work or for learning purpose. So please do let me know about this, and keep sharing, keep learning. With that, thank you so much. If you haven't liked and shared this video, please do like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and see you soon. Bye bye.